our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are Charmed and Dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we are dangerous. Pew pew.
Pow pow.
And on today's episode, we are coming back at y'all with another Zodiac standoff. Okay,
Yes.
and today we are
Let 'em
talking
know.
about the illustrious Scorpio and Virgo. And who is the most obsessive? Okay, is it all in the details, baby, or are you really just being obsessive? A little
We talking
crazy,
details,
a little
baby.
possessive, okay? So, before we get into it, we're two besties. We talk about astrology, fuck boys, all the things that besties normally talk about. So if you can get down with the vibe that we're already getting down, hit that subscribe button. Okay, and now onto the video. Okay, Sarah, let the people know.
Okay,
How
your inner
you feel about
cheerleader
it?
is coming out. I feel a lot of things.
A lot of
And I
things.
always think about the fact that Virgo is that other sign that gets obsessed with things as much as a Scorpio. No, I wouldn't say it's, I'll let you know at the end of the video.
Right.
I really feel. But I feel like we are definitely head to head in terms of being pressed.
Pressed, yes.
Pressed about shit.
And they live in the details.
For sure. I feel like both Virgo and, you know, us Scorpios have a kink for figuring things out. It's not just, oh, I want to know, or oh, I'm interested. Like, we're like, oh my God, I need to know what the fuck is happening here, and I'm so obsessed with figuring it out. And if I don't figure it out, I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night. I'm not gonna be able to feel normal. I'm not going to go on with life until I figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Both Scorpio and Virgo feel that way, but I feel like they feel it in very different ways. I feel like with us Scorpios, we enjoy figuring things out that we're emotionally tied to. Whereas I feel like with Virgo, on the other hand, Virgo enjoys figuring things out that they're mentally tied to. So those are the two biggest differences for me, and I'll touch on how it affects Virgo mentally and how it affects Scorpio emotionally.
Yeah. I feel like, for me, I want to start off by saying that an obsession isn't necessarily always a bad thing, okay? It doesn't always have to be creepy or possessive like we naturally think when we hear the word obsession.
I think it's great.
Right? Sometimes it could just, Scorpio. Sometimes it could just be a fascination with something or someone, and like we all have that, right? Like, we all look up to a celebrity, and like we all love somebody who we don't necessarily know, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also want to... It's the beauty of the Scorpio and the Virgo, and their obsession is like, at the end of it, they will know you. Like, that's their whole point. It's like they want to get deep down into unlocked places that other people have never seen before, never experienced, did not know about. You know what I mean? Side traits, little secrets here and there. Like, they're all about that. And I love it. And I definitely think that one is a little bit more obsessive than the other. But they are they both have these traits for sure. And they both can also get creepy and possessive in their ways too. Don't get me wrong. But I wanted to like set the tone that it always isn't necessarily creepy or possessive when they have an obsession about you.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it shows that you care and that, you know, life is fun. And what's life if you don't figure shit out? You know what I mean?
You know?
But
or you
like,
don't have a passion. What's life without a passion?
God, I could think about a few signs that live a fulfilled life without passion.
And
But you know,
I'm concerned about their mental health still, those signs.
Yeah, me too. But I feel like you said, like as you were saying, it made me think like with Virgo, when they are embracing this part of themselves, I feel like they don't even understand that that's what's happening. That's just how they do things, and like that's just them.
Yeah.
I feel like with us, it's a little bit more calculated. It's like I know what I'm doing, and like I know when I know when I found something, and I'm like actively deciding like put it on the list.
This my shit.
I'm about to get obsessed with this thing. You know what I mean? Or this person or this subject. Like I don't do things half-assed. Like I don't even think about you unless I'm already deciding that I want to know everything about you. I don't even think about a subject until I've decided I want to learn everything about that subject. Like, I just don't understand how people do that shit. I'm not reading one page of the encyclopedia. I'm fucking reading the whole
thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And I don't like that summary shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Virgos ain't with it either, though. You know, they're here for it. They're like, I would actually love to be like in a study group with a Virgo and a Scorpio.
Honestly,
because I think
we do great things together.
A lot.
We do great things together.
A lot.
Generally, I think Virgo men are trash, but we do great things together. I understand that. And one of the things I respect about Virgos is the fact that they also don't give up. You know what I mean? I do also want to say, I feel like Virgo with us Scorpios, we are the top 2 energies in the zodiac when it comes to perseverance. You know what I mean? I feel like these 2 signs rarely ever quit. And I feel like we both make great investigators. You know what I mean? We do. Like, and in order to find shit out, in order for you to want to find everything out, you have to be perseverant. You know what I mean? You can't give up. You can't just because you're having a bad day or it's not working out in your favor, just be like, okay, this is not for me. Like, you have to have that passion inside of you to make you want to keep going. And I feel like Scorpio and Virgo have that.
Yes.
They don't ever want to stop until they get what they want.
1000%. They have that hunger in their tummy where it's like, I won't sleep, I won't eat, even though I just said they have the hunger in their tummy. Like, they are like, they will work cuckoo hours until they figure something out. You know what I mean? They feel like they understand all the details and can explain it inside out to you. And like, I love them because while both of them are intense, I feel like they can both be very good teachers to you if they have the patience to teach you.
If they have the patience to teach you.
But yes.
For sure.
Because they understand things so deeply each. And yeah, they're not always going to teach you.
You have to be willing.
Yeah.
I saw a post on Twitter that was literally like, well, if you're attracting hella Scorpio placements in your life, then maybe you just should learn to transform yourself instead of expecting them to come into your life and transform you. I was like, that is fucking true.
Stop it.
It's true. Every sign, if you're attracting the same sign into your life again and again, you have to figure out what is it about that sign that you're attracting. For Scorpios, it's transforming. Like, if you're around us, you're gonna change. Something about you is gonna change. You know what? We're gonna burn you until you're new version. You know what I mean? For Sagittarius, it's like travel. Like, what are they teaching you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Virgo, it's like mastering. What are you mastering in your life? You know, it's like all these different things that you need to figure out what that is and why you're attracting that certain sign. And for us Scorpios, generally, if you're attracting us, it's because you don't like you and we're about to upgrade you.
Shit. Oh my god, I just internalized this.
Let me upgrade.
Upgrade.
Scorpio moon.
Right. So you're from a Virgo.
Love it, Beyonce.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
But I do want to say though, in relation to my last point, I do want to say I feel like Virgo gets obsessed with things on the daily. Like, Virgo gets obsessed with things really easily. I feel like more easily than Scorpio. They get obsessed with thoughts and, you know, ideas. And if they figure something out, they're able to get over it. They really are. Whereas, like, I feel like with us Scorpios, we get obsessed with like feelings, and I feel like we get obsessed with memories and people. It happens less often with us because, you know, those people and those memories hold a great space in our heart, so it doesn't happen as easily. But once it is an obsession, it's an obsession forever. So I feel like we do have that difference with Virgo, where Virgo is like a lot more, you know what I mean? Quantity matters. For us Scorpios, it's quality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Virgo can easily get over an obsession once they figured everything out mentally, but when it's emotions and like people and feelings,
it's
and
always
memories,
changing. So Scorpio is always tied and interested in
anything can pull you
things.
back into that obsession. You know what I mean? You have to have a great deal of self-control to not be pulled back. And I say this as a Scorpio with personal experience. Like, you have to be very careful with what memories trigger your thoughts of people. You can't let yourself be pulled back into that obsessive mindset, because what if you're living a happy life and what this one memory is gonna make you go back to that point in your life where you were really sad? It's easy for us to do that.
Little thought.
You just have to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent than that. Scorpio.
Because you could blow up your whole world. You know?
We love self-sabotage.
Virgos can do it too, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like both of them both of them truly are like obsessive, and they obsess over their relationships and their partnerships, like their personal relationships, their partnerships with other people, and like really basically everything in their lives. To me, the biggest difference between Scorpio and Virgo is that Scorpio does it a little bit more quietly. I think Scorpios are a little bit more secretive with their obsessiveness, and a Virgo will be chatting your ear the fuck off about their obsession of whatever it is that they've decided on. You know what I mean? It's that Mercury energy that comes in for the Virgo of like, I just want to chat and communicate what the fuck I'm obsessed about. And Scorpio is a little bit more like, this is for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a little scary. It's a little scary.
It is.
And it seems like that obsessiveness at first face value to me is a little bit more intense. You know what I mean? Because if somebody doesn't want to speak about it, it's like, oh, well, what you trying to hide, you know? And a Virgo is like, shitting it up. Not saying that either one is necessarily more obsessive in this instance right now, but for me, as I'm moving through, I'm like, oh, well, you're being secretive about it, so keep it secret over there, Scorpio.
Right.
What you got?
And we would never tell a Sag that, because y'all got a big ass mouth when it comes to telling them, yeah, you do. Y'all, Sages will literally be like, oh, that's your obsession? Let's talk about, let me debunk why you're obsessed with this obsession.
I want to talk about it.
No, let's talk about it. But then we'll probably reel it back into something else that isn't our obsession.
Right. Right, and I'm like, okay.
But then I feel like that's where Virgo and Sag can get along in that sense, because Sag will be like, let's talk about it. And Virgo's like, I was waiting for someone to tell me that we can talk about it.
I was just waiting for somebody to ask.
Because Sag will ask questions.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Scorpio doesn't always like that. But
I hate when people ask me questions.
Also, it's so funny because
it's so disrespectful when people ask me questions.
Scorpios ask all the questions, trying to get into your whole internal life.
No one's ever said they don't like it. They're always, everyone's like, oh my god, you just know me so well.
This is true, but then you can't be mad about other people asking questions.
Like, we're better at asking you questions than you all are asking us questions. Like,
okay, I'm not gonna deny that, but
like, I just don't know what to say.
We both want honesty at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I agree. I do feel like with us Scorpios, we hold our obsessions close to our heart.
Yeah.
I feel like you may think you know what Scorpio's obsessed with just because you know them and like you're their family or friend, you know what I mean? But it's rarely ever what we choose to talk about. Like what we're talking about with you, just because we bring it up constantly, doesn't mean that's that thing that we're obsessed with. We could very well love that thing, but it's not at all what I'm obsessed with, and I'm not dumb enough to talk to you about it.
Right.
Because I also hate when I talk to someone about my, you know, passions or obsessions, and someone wants to change my mind or they want to play devil's advocate with me. Like, I don't care about your opinion enough.
I didn't ask for that.
I don't really care. And there's certain signs that really think every conversation is, you know, a challenge to debate. And when it comes to the things I love, I'm not trying to debate with you.
It ain't.
I just don't care about what you think. And I know that's very sad for you to hear that, but I just don't care. I don't care enough about your opinion to talk about my obsessions with you.
No, it's true though. It's like, why?
You know?
And it's revealing some of yourself, and like, it's just not in a Scorpio's like nature. You know what I mean? To talk about the things that they necessarily love without pulling it out of you. And then even still, I want to know about you for 5 years before I share anything about myself.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I said, with Virgo on the other hand, it is very much because of the fact that they're Mercury ruled. Virgo's emotions are very much tied into what they talk about, how they communicate, you know? If they're talking to you, it's because they care, you know? Mercury ruled. And they will talk about their new obsession with just about anyone. They don't really care. As long as they feel comfortable with you, they're ready to talk to you.
Yeah, they want to be chatty Cathys too. I feel like even though Virgos are so awkward, they want to like be social creatures. I really feel like they do. So they want to share it. A Scorpio doesn't necessarily want to share it.
No.
It doesn't seem beneficial to them.
And I feel like for a Virgo, when someone agrees with their obsessions, it makes them love it more. You know what I mean? Like, as a Scorpio, I don't need that validation. I really could literally care. I give two us fucks about whether you agree with what I'm obsessed with.
Yes.
I actually would much rather have you not be obsessed with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to us openly admitting our obsessions, like that's us being possessive. Like, I'm not openly admitting to what I'm obsessed with because that's my thing. You know what I mean? That's my thing. And even when it comes to my obsessions, like, those are my obsessions.
Right.
Leave them the fuck alone.
Right. And I honestly love that about Scorpios. Like, they aren't afraid of that obsessiveness in that aspect. Unlike a Virgo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like Virgos kind of shy away from it. They're not going to describe themselves as being like obsessive or passionate really ever about something, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I think I think of Virgos being in this category because they're worrywarts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They worry so much, so that's why they obsess over these little details and things. Like, a Scorpio is obsessed about you intentionally. You know what I mean? Like, they want to they, whatever it is, they want to know you, they want to own you, you know, they want to know you inside and out, all the details. No detail is too small. Same for Virgos, but I feel like that emotional connection to it is different. Like you were kind of saying in the beginning, and it is so much more intense. Knowing Scorpios and Virgos is different. You know, nobody can say it's not.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like nobody can say it's
I just feel like Virgos want you to agree with their obsessions. Like, they kind of need that validation. And they, like we said, they generally enjoy talking about it because they'll be able to tell you the story of when they first became obsessed with it, their new findings on why they're still obsessed with it. And yeah, they're gonna more than likely convince you to also be obsessed with it, you know? Like, they love that interaction with the people in their circle being Mercury ruled. We're ruled by Mars and Pluto. Like, I really just need you to stay the fuck away from me when I'm in my space, thinking about my obsessions. Okay, fuck off. Like, fuck off.
Like, I didn't need your opinions or anything about this. I'm still gonna obsess over it. And I feel like too, Scorpios, they like revel in that. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I'm obsessed about you. I'm possessive.
Yeah.
What about it? A Virgo's gonna be like, not me. Like, I don't care. I'm methodical and I'm tidy and I'm punctual.
I'm an earth sign.
And these are the adjectives I like to use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like,
that's why I think that dynamic is interesting, because I feel like when I look at Virgos and they're trying to play that cool
thing.
Like, I mean, obviously we read people everywhere, Scorpios, but when I look at Virgo when they're trying to do that thing, like, I can't help but like chuckle a little, like, oh my god, you are so pressed and you don't even know. Like, you are so crazy right now, but I love you for it. And it's okay. Like, you can do that. Like, you don't have to be so shy about the fact that you like this thing or subject or are into this hobby. Like, stop being so scared of what everyone around you thinks of you, Virgo. Because
people are gonna like it, you know what I mean? The joy and the love that I have of a Scorpio personally is that they literally are like, yes, I'm possessive, you know, I get jealous, like, I will obsess over you. And they're like, do you like it? And our answer is always, yes, Scorpio, we love it.
Yeah, they love it.
We want more. You know what I mean? And if like a Virgo was maybe more like honed into like their sense of self and like, yeah, this is what I have to offer, like, people will be fucking with it too. But I feel like generally that's not the case, you know? And Scorpios are like, diss me, like it, and we're like, yeah.
Right.
And Virgos are like, this is me. And people are like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Right, like, do you even care about it? Because it seems like you don't. And Virgo goes home and writes in the diary, like, I care so much, but nobody sees how much I care.
Right. It comes back to that passion thing, you know what I mean? Of like, Scorpios make it very clear that they're obsessing over you because it's a passion for them, or it's whatever it is. It's not always a person, you know what I mean? They're passionate about it. Virgos, I feel like they can like pick a project or pick something to like pick on, and they're not always like so in love with it. You know, like, it's like, okay, I figured it out and I can drop it.
Yeah, it's more of a mental thing. You can get easily bored with mental obsessions, but emotional obsessions, like Scorpios, like, you can't get, you don't get bored of that. Right. When you're emotionally tied to it, that's not boring. Like, it's always gonna have some sort of effect on your heart.
It's always gonna be fluctuating.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like, honestly, I just thought of this. I feel like another thing is that I feel like with us Scorpios, one of the things that really bothers us is when people are obsessed with something that we are actually obsessed with. And like, they're like, I love this thing. And you're like, then we start like, you know, on the low, like seeing how they talk about, like, we're gonna notice how you talk about this thing that you're obsessed with. And I promise you, you ain't obsessed with it. You think it's fun, you think it's cute. I see you don't know anything about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she sees it.
Like, no, I do.
Real.
It's just stop. Just stop.
That ain't an obsession.
It really does bug me. And I feel like if you're dating a Scorpio, please don't pretend like you like things that we like, because actually it's the fucking biggest turnoff ever. I'd much rather hear about what you like.
Well, it's just gonna come out that they don't really fuck with it as much as you do.
It's just
and then you're
weird.
gonna feel awkward as the partner.
It's weird.
Because the Scorpio's gonna keep questioning you, and they're gonna be like, so you're a liar. And, you know.
It's just not fun.
It's just not gonna be good for you. Just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Mm-hmm.
So all in all, I do feel like as a Scorpio, one of our first or top characteristics is our passion. You know what I mean? And I feel like this passion fuels us throughout our life. And our passion keeps our love for these obsessions alive till the day we die, really. Where I feel like Virgo, on the other hand, is a little bit less passionate, and I feel like you guys are more intellect driven, and your mind can get bored, like I said, much faster than your heart can. And for this reason, I feel like that's why I feel like Scorpio, we are the most obsessive one out of the two, because we're fueled by our heart, and I feel like the heart is a lot harder to control.
It's a lot more complicated than the mind. Like, you
can't
can
train
master
it.
a mind. You can't master somebody else's feelings and how that's going to interact with another, and that's the obsession of a Scorpio, which I love. And like, I appreciate the obsession of a Virgo as well, of the intellect, but it's just, to me, it's kind of unmatched. Like, Scorpio is definitely more obsessive and like passionate in that way, even though they both get so into whatever subject they dive into. It's just different level with a Scorpio.
Okay, so, well, thank you for hanging out with us while we briefly discuss this topic. If you want to hear what else we have to say in relation to this, you know, Scorpio versus Virgo debate, go ahead and check out our podcast. The links are down below, and at the end of each video, we do have a little question that we do. We don't answer the question in YouTube, we actually answer the question in our podcast, so it's kind of like a little teaser into what we'll be talking about. Are you ready for this question?
Yes!
Okay, so if you had an idea for a product or a company, would you pitch it to your Virgo or Scorpio friend first? So,
I like this.
We're going to talk about it in our podcast. It's called Charmed and Dangerous. Oh my god, who would have thought? Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you guys. If you didn't know, we post every Monday and Thursday, and our podcast goes live every Tuesday morning. So check that out. All the links are down below. We're going to post our socials down here. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.